All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday evening. Another edition of Knicks Postgame Live, the Walking Wounded edition of the show, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and use our code KFTV for a first-time deposit match up to $100. CP the Fanchise, Alex Trataros on the ones and twos. The Knicks at home, second night of a back-to-back, a tall order, and that alone against a Pelicans team, and which was made even worse when a game-time announcement of no Jalen Brunson and no Isaiah Hartenstein for this game, man. So it was a once again severely undermanned Knicks team trying to do what they could against the Pels, but in the end, it was too much Zion, too much BI, and too many injuries to overcome, man. Knicks get smoked at the Garden, 115-92. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord, man. Another tough night at the office. I'm not even sure where to even go. Like, the game's not even – this game's not even worth speaking on, man. Like, there's not much to say about this game other than the fact that the injury bug continues to decimate this team. And now it's Captain Clutch. Jalen Brunson, according to Tom Thibodeau, woke up with neck spasms after last night's game against the Pistons. It seems like with Isaiah Hartenstein, it's a load management situation where they don't want him on a back-to-back with a sore Achilles. That's still a fluid situation. You just don't know what's going to happen there. So it seems like it was more cautionary for Isaiah Hartenstein. And, hey, what more can this team do? They did fight hard. This game, I think they came out of the half down by maybe like 3. But when the Pelicans opened up the third quarter on a 10-0 run, that was pretty much all she wrote. And then in the fourth, it was just open up the floodgates, 41-25. They get outscored in the fourth. You had commendable games once again by Josh Hart, 15 and 10, 5 assists for Hart. Dante finding his shot again. 23 points for Dante, 7 of 18 from downtown. 18 threes Dante had to take because you were missing so much offense there. You had McBride with 10 and 8. And Bogdanovich, 20 off the bench, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, man. So your thoughts on this one?
If anything, the Knicks gave a good effort, right? I mean, we got to see them compete against a healthy Pelicans team.
Yeah.
The one thing you got to like about this team, CP, is that even with all the injuries, this team continues to battle, and they're never really out of it. Even with them shooting poorly today, they were still in this game all the way into the fourth quarter until Trey Murphy just decided to go Nova and knock down 3 after 3 after 3 after 3.
Yeah.
But you got to give credit for how this team's able to compete, man, being shorthanded the way that they are. It's nice to see Dante shoot well. It's nice to see Bogdanovich shoot well, but at the end of the day, Knicks only had 7 guys to really play, and to go against a team with Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, it's a tall order. Granted, they did, for part of the game, make those guys work, but still, it's just we don't have the manpower to compete with a healthy Pelicans team who's rolling in the Western Conference. But you like to see the grittiness, man. That's the one thing you can say about this team. The character never fades, even with all the injuries that they're dealing with.
Yeah, they tried. That's all you could say. They tried hard, but at the end of the day, there's only so much that you can do. So 115-92 was the result. Tough night, second night of a back-to-back. You got Golden State. Look, I thought even at full strength this was going to be a tough week. I said 2-2 just to keep it optimistic. But in reality, 1-3 is much more realistic because Golden State is playing well. They're going to come in here, try to embarrass this team on Thursday, and then Sunday against the Cavs. I don't see any chance this Knicks team winning this. The Cavaliers just winning on a Max Strus buzzer beater at home over the Mavs. So Cavaliers continue to stay hot, and they are at full strength. So I think this is a tough one, and we talked about it on the show with Monica McNutt about how much that Knicks series loss by the Cavs motivated this Cavs team this year. So they're going to be out for blood. Season series on the line on Sunday. It's going to be a tall order against the Knicks. And now if Brunson's neck issue is lingering through this week, Hartenstein hasn't looked right since the All-Star break. As I said, I think this team's going to slide a little bit until at least mid to end of March. Because if the OG news that he's not going to be ready for another 2 to 3 weeks, that puts them mid-March while they're in the middle of their West Coast road trip. Don't forget, they still got to go to Sacktown. They got to go to Denver. They got to go to Golden State. They still have a tough stretch for the next 3 weeks. Tall order, man. I think they're going to slide.
It's going to be tough, bro. It's going to be tough. But what do you what are you considering sliding? You thinking they're going to play-in category? Is that what you're worried about?
They could very easily do that. Very easily. Very easily. They're right there. They're 3 games up. And if we pull up the standings here, they are Philly lost to Boston tonight. So they got fortunate. So they're 2.5 up on Philly. They have 2 more games left against Philly on March 10th and 12th. Miami just won last night against Sacramento. They won 4 straight. They're 3 up on Miami. There's 1 more game against Miami in April. They're 3 up on Orlando, lost the season series. 2 up on Orlando and Miami. Mm-hmm. Sorry, 2 up on Miami and Orlando. And the Pacers. Pacers and the Magic have beaten the Knicks in the season series. The Heat are heating up. It's very, very possible this team could slide into play-in territory by the time this is all said and done. Very possible, man.
The injuries are just killing this team, man.
Yeah.
What went from being one of the hottest teams to then getting a blanket to cover them, man.
Yeah.
It's insane. It really just comes down to all these guys getting healthy, man. And I mean, even with Jalen Brunson, you see how difficult it is, even against Detroit Pistons team yesterday, just to stay afloat at this point. That's why I said, if you make it through February being 500, that's a good job just with all the injuries. But now you got to worry about March, and just feels like the OG news has been changing, man. It's like 3 weeks, and then he comes back, and now it's like, oh, no, 3 weeks, then be reevaluated, and then you got to wait another 2 to 3 weeks for him to be back on the court. Things are just up in the air, man, and you really need this team to be healthy in order to compete. I mean, everyone's talking about, hey, this could be a team where you go into the Eastern Conference, that could go to the Eastern Conference Finals and compete with Boston, but you got to see this team healthy first, man, and then you got to wonder if they're going to have enough time to get into rhythm before the postseason. So it'll be interesting.
That is why, I don't like the overconfidence. We'll be all right when we get together. We don't know when we even going to get together, man. And even the guys that are here together are in and out of this lineup, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the injury news is constantly changing. It's more fluid than anything else at this point, constantly evolving. And then it's like, oh, yeah, 3 weeks. Okay. Now it's like essentially 6 weeks for OG. And you're like, wait a minute. What happened here?
Yeah.
It was told, like, essentially, we thought that he would be back after the All-Star break, like a week afterwards. Now it's changing. So it's hard to predict how things will always work out. And he's on schedule, by the way. He's on schedule. He's meeting all those expectations. So this is just news that as you get more information about the injury update, it changes the outlook of this team. So if you're not getting him back for mid-March, it's very little time left in the season, because it ends around April 8th, man. April 8th, 11th, 12th, whatever that may be. And that's what we're talking about, like 4 weeks of basketball. Can you really get ready in a month to go compete at the highest level? And hopefully, you're 1 through 6. You don't drop too far down. This is where you're hoping now that other teams give you help, where you hope that the Magic, the Pacers, the Heat, they start to, like, be up and down like the Knicks, man. That's what you're hoping at this point.
That's all you're hoping for at this point, man. Tall order. That definitely a tall order, because if you take a look at the schedule, just to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. This week it's Warriors, Cavs left. Now the Hawks are down Trae Young, still got DeJounte to tangle with, and then you go Magic, Sixers, all at home, lucky, but then you're out west. Blazers, Kings, Warriors, Nuggets. Then you get some reprieve. You get Nets, Pistons, Raptors, at Spurs. Those are, that's a 4-game winnable stretch. If you can pick up ground again, then it gets difficult again. Home against OKC, at Miami, April 2nd. Home against the Kings. Then you have Bulls winnables at Milwaukee Bucks. Bulls winnable. By that time you get to the Celtics, they'll probably have nothing to play for, not playing anybody, and then you finish with Nets and Bulls. We come close to the finish line, man. It's only, 20, how many games left? 23? 22?
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
But that latter half of the schedule that you talk about after the West Coast trip is encouraging because it shouldn't be too much heavy lifting. Let's just say you're healthy by that point.
Yeah.
If you're healthy by that point, that schedule where you're playing against the Bulls, you're playing against the Nets, other teams that are on the lower end, that gives you an opportunity to get back into rhythm. So that's the one positive, but you have to hope that everyone gets back for that time. And with that West Coast trip, I don't even know if you want to send guys like OG or Julius if they come back out there, because why put them on a West Coast trip where they're not going to be getting enough rest, and then that will impact their recovery timeline? I'm looking at these guys. If they do return, it's after the West Coast trip.
Yeah.
And so I think you just got to, weather the storm with what you got through that West Coast trip, which isn't great, but that's just how the hand has been dealt for the Knicks so far, man. I don't see the Knicks risking any of these guys to go on 4 or 5 game West Coast trip where you're going from city to city. You're not getting the rest, relaxation that you need, because after injuries like that, you want to make sure you're playing at the highest level.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening, man. So let's see if they're able to come back once again and then just go and get ready, man. That's really the thing. Can you get ready for the playoffs? That's all I want to know, because it's weathering the storm. And I it just stinks, man, because there's going to be some games. I'm looking for really the Knicks at this point to shock us, and by shocking, I mean, okay, let's go to the schedule and just take a look at what the Knicks, I know you brought it up with like the Sixers and all of them up next, but like, can you impress me by defeating the Warriors this week? Could you impress me by defeating the Cavs? Can you sneak some games in to make it comfortable for yourself to give these guys, some leeway where they don't have to feel like they're rushed to come back, right? Because I wonder what the pressure is on the front office right now. You made this trade for Bogdanovich and Alec Burks, right? Because you believe that this team fully healthy can go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, if you're not winning and you're starting to slide, you don't want to slide too far back where you're going to be put in a position where you got to play maybe one game. Like, let's say you go to 10, that's one game.
Mm-hmm.
You potentially have one game to make it right, where you got to go through 2 games, right? If you do win. I don't want to see the Knicks in that position, because you never know what could happen in those type of games, playing games.
Happen,
so if you're the front office, you got to be wondering that is there a pressure on their clock saying, hey, what's the earliest we can get these guys back if we start to fall too far? And if that's the case, are you putting these guys in jeopardy and getting injured again, right? Especially like Randall, if he's coming back from a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
And that's where I wonder, that's where I wanted the Knicks to like impress and get some of these easy wins, man. I don't want the front office and the team to be put in that situation where they potentially have to rush somebody back and then you get them injured. And then maybe it's not only impacting this season, but it could be impacting the other seasons too. So I just want to see something, man. I just need to see something.
True indeed, man. Call us up with your thoughts, man. Are you hitting the panic button? Call us up. We don't care about this game. Throw this game out the window. Are you hitting the panic button tonight after what you're seeing, after all the injuries and the look ahead? Let us know your thoughts, man. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or hit us up on the KFTV Discord. I can see, 7 games in after this trade, every fan and their mom is panicking on my guy Burks. I think that's
no,
that is so foolhardy. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Hang on. We'll get to that. Let me get to the callers real quick, and then we'll get to everybody weeping about my guy Burks after 7 games in, hitting the panic button, because
panicking about Burks.
It's absolutely disgraceful. Uncut money bags on the Discord. Uncut money bags. Here we go.
Hello?
Yes. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Well, let me specify. I'm Alec. from North Carolina, so I
man.
will defend the Burks Hive.
Okay, let's go.
Come on.
Defend your
It's
name,
been
man.
7 games. It's been 7 games,
Yeah.
and we haven't been healthy.
I mean, give him
Look
some
at
context.
Bogdanovich. Look at Bogdanovich. When he gets wide open in the corner, it's automatic.
Yeah.
Imagine when we have a double team Julius Randle to pass out of that to that corner and Dante DiVincenzo on the other side. I am the first person to jump in the bathtub with a fully plugged in toaster for this team. I am telling you, it's not that bad. 17 and 65 twice.
Yeah.
I know it seems terrible at this point, but come on, guys. We're doing fine. I'm tired of seeing the do not trade for Alec Burks. Like Grimes should be on the team. Grimes was not playing well at all.
Now they want Grimes back.
Stop that
The same guy that they wanted to run out of time.
Come on.
The same guy that they wanted to run out of town just 2 months ago. Now we want Grimes back because he had 14 points in the fourth quarter. You can't make it up with these guys. You can't make it up.
Alec Burks is a Knicks legend, and I'm tired of the disrespect. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna drop you off there because you're kind of wilding on that point. He's struggling. He is struggling. I appreciate the call. But my point is, it's 7 games, man. 7 games on a decimated team. You know, these same Knicks fans, this is what I said on Twitter. These same Knicks fans, if there was Twitter in 1994, nobody would want Derek Harper on the team. Everybody would have ran the original number 11 out of town because of how bad he was struggling on this team. Now you guys want to bring Burks in here, knowing he's not a natural point guard, to save everybody's problems. Are we for real? Are we really being for real here? 7 games in, the guy's in a shooting slump. You guys are complaining about Burks. 7 games in. The 8th man in the rotation is the problem. When Julius is nursing a bum shoulder, you got OG out with a bum elbow. Now Brunson is out with his neck, his back, everything is going out. But we're worried about the 8th man in the rotation trying to save the team from the Pelicans in a shooting slump. Is that really what we're talking about here?
First of all, the year is 2024. Today, let me actually give you the exact date. It is February 27th, 2024, and CP just put Alec Burks in the same sentence as Derek Harper.
Nope.
Stop with this.
You're missing the point completely.
Stop. No, I get it.
It is the impatience of the fan. It's 7 games, and you guys are crying about a guy in a shooting slump. You're crying about a microwave score in a shooting slump. 7 games in to a trade.
Jeez, come on, man.
Come on, man.
No. Derek Harper, first of all, was instrumental into getting to that finals.
How did he start? How did he start with this team? He was on the show. He told us several times. He stunk up the joint.
But Burks has been stinking up the joint the entire season. He's shooting 39% on the entire season. Come on now, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
No, stop. Come on. This guy's going against bench players today. He went 1 for 7.
Why'd he go against bench players? Why'd he go against bench players? Why'd McBride get to start tonight?
And how come Tibbs only played 15 minutes?
Because by the time it was even worth anything, the game was over with. He started McBride tonight because he wanted to finish Burks.
He played him for 15 minutes because he's stinking up the joint.
No, sir. No,
sir. A secondary ball handler and a guy who can.
He started him because he wanted him to finish the game.
In isolation. I don't care.
Look at Tibbs' rotations. He started him because he wanted Burks to finish the game. And he didn't finish the game because they got into a bum night at the end.
He is not doing his job.
It's 7 games into the season for the guy.
Doing his job. I don't care
so
if
what?
it's 10 or 20 games.
Give me a break.
He is not attacking in isolation. When he does, it is a brick. Okay?
He's in a slump. Knock
down wide open shots. He's not knocking down wide open shots. He's supposed to alleviate Deuce McBride from being that on-ball guard and to help Deuce be an off-ball guard. He's not doing that.
He's
what are
in
we
a
talking
slump
about here, man?
in 7 games. We're talking about 7. 7. We're talking about single digits. He just got
7
here.
games for Bogdanovich. He's missed a game. He's back to shooting normally. Where's Burks doing?
He's in a slump.
Oh,
he's in a slump. How many guys on this team have we seen being in a slump? We've seen Josh Hart in slumps.
39% from the field.
We've seen Josh Hart in slumps. We've seen Julius in slumps. Well, I got to watch Precious Achua out here hoisting up threes. Listen, it's 7 games into the trade. Let me see what happens until at least April.
They've all turned it around and less.
Let me see what happens in at least April. Give it some time, man. That's all I'm saying. Give it some time, man. I mean, you guys are panicking.
He's not going to have time,
because you guys are looking at this thing as it's the low-hanging fruit, man. You guys do this all the time. I had somebody talk about, it's Tibbs' fault why this team is is going through their rut right now. It's Tibbs' fault with rotations and schemes. Give me a break. It's 7 games in. The team is decimated by injuries, and it's Alec Burks' fault. Because we didn't see him microwaving it up against a Pelicans team that they were probably going to lose to anyway, even at full strength.
CP, this guy is stinking up. He is shooting 39% on the season. He is not doing what he's supposed to do.
It's 7 games.
We're asking him to do his job. He is not doing his job at the bare minimum.
7
He is supposed
games,
to go out there and get buckets, score in isolation. He's not doing any of that.
It's
7 games. Zilch.
7 games.
I don't care.
You guys are panicking.
Games.
7 games.
It's not panicking.
Into a new trade.
No one's panicking about him.
Yeah.
We're just saying that he's not doing his job.
All right, put it this way. We had the lovely and talented Monica McNutt on the show today, correct?
That
correct?
is for sure.
Read the comments on the interview, all right? I mean, KnicksFanTV was back in full effect. I mean, I'm surprised guys didn't leave her flowers, real flowers, on this show today, right? What'd Monica McNutt say about it? It's early.
You tell me.
It's early.
It's early.
It's early.
It's early
right?
for what?
I mean, you guys are harping on every single word she said. She said it was early, so don't take my word for it. Take her word for it. Go back to the Monica interview. It is early. 7 games. Give it time for when the team is at full strength. Give it time for when he's out there with real lineups, with Julius, with Jalen. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have your stars out there staggered with your role players. You're asking for role players here to now take over for this team in the absence of their stars.
Did Josh Hart produce tonight?
Yeah. He's getting paid $20 million. Of course he's got to produce.
Did Dante DiVincenzo produce tonight?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Did Bogdanovich produce tonight?
Yeah, he was good. Bogdanovich was
good. For the love
good.
of God, did Miles McBride even produce tonight with 8 assists?
Oh, he had 8 assists. He was a minus 26. In the third quarter, what happened when the game got out of control? What happened when the game got out of control in the third quarter? Who's on the court? Burks and McBride. They went on a 10-0 run. And you want to give me 8 assists?
Out there because
you know why they didn't put Burks out there? Because he wanted to finish him in the fourth quarter. That's a Tibbs rotation. Play the whole entire quarter. That is what he did with who? Emmanuel Quickly. That is why McBride got the start tonight.
You know why he went with Miles McBride? Because he's like, oh, guess what? If I go to Alec Burks, I'm going to lose this thing by 20.
You're right. And he went to Miles McBride, and guess what? 10-0 run, and the game was over in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. You guys are panicking about role players right now. The team is Jalen, Julius, and OG. Until those guys get back at full strength, nothing what these guys are doing right now is going to matter.
Okay. I'm telling you this right now. The way that it's going right now, this man's not going to get any minutes in April, May, June. Doesn't matter. This guy is not going to be on the team the way he's playing, bro.
It is what it is. It's a short-term deal. It's house money right now. It's a short-term deal. 7 games in, you guys are out the window with the guy.
Now you're switching up. You're like, oh, we need Alec Burks to be the guy to come get us buckets.
Well, hey, you guys are looking for answers, right? You guys are ready to run Grimes out of town. Now he's the guy.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to you as a symbol for everybody else that's panicking. Now we want Grimes back to be the savior. The same one that we wanted to run out of town because he was a playoff no-show and a no-show throughout the entire season, right? So now Leon tries to go get an upgrade for the here and now because they don't trust Grimes. They don't trust McBride in a big spot. The guy's slumping in 7 games, and everybody's out the window. Bring these guys back. We messed up. Now we don't trust management.
Burks ain't doing his job, bro. I'd much rather have Grimes.
I didn't say he was. I did not say he was. Did I?
You want me to give more games, but you want me to give more games to a guy
more than 7 games? Absolutely.
This season.
Could we see him with the full squad at full strength? Could we wait until that happens?
Detroit traded him, and they're playing better without him.
Oh, give me a break, man. Come on,
bro.
Man.
They gave us a competitive game last night.
Come on. They gave them a competitive game when they had full strength earlier this year. They almost beat the Knicks. It happens. All I'm saying is, can we see the guy with the full team, the 8th man in the rotation?
No, I don't want to. He's still going to be breaking shots.
He's the 8th man in the rotation.
He's still going to be breaking shots, my guy.
Can we put it into context? We're bugging out over the 8th man in the rotation.
The 8th man is going against the other 8th man and still can't get shots.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
What are you talking about? Come on,
you guys
are
are
grasping. Bench players today. Couldn't even get buckets on other
You're
bench
grasping
players.
for straws.
Who he's going to be playing against, not only now, in the future when everyone's healthy and in the playoffs. He can't score against bench players right now. That's the issue.
You guys are hanging on to the low-hanging fruit. What can we blame? This is
not panicking.
Oh
this
my
is not
God,
panicking.
it's extreme
He's just
panicking.
calling out a guy who's not doing his job.
No kidding. Stevie Wonder could see that. But all I'm saying is 7 games in.
I'm glad that you could acknowledge that. But you want to get 7 games for a guy who's not doing his job.
Yeah, it's 7 games.
Hey,
7.
I hope he turns it around. He ain't doing his job.
Oh my gosh.
He ain't doing his job. Point blank, period. Okay?
Dan from New Jersey. Dan, what's going on, man?
Okay.
How you feeling?
Listen, man, the family's fighting right now.
Yeah.
I think I can speak for everybody when I say this is absolutely more entertaining than the game I watched tonight. Listen, man, this is why I had a problem with getting Burks in the first place. I don't think this is Burks' fault. Here's why.
Okay.
Remember that We Here season when Burks balled out for us?
Yeah.
Burks was the first player in NBA history that year to shoot a higher percentage at the 3-point line than at the rim.
Yep.
Alec Burks is not a 3-level scorer. If you want somebody that can replace Brunson for spot minutes at point guard, 15, 20 minutes a night, you need someone that can get to the rim, can hit a jumper, and can knock down an open 3. Okay. Alec Burks, if you watch him play, when Alec Burks cuts to the rim, he just throws up a prayer. There is no anticipation. His feet aren't really even set on the shot. He's still going when he's shooting the ball at the rim.
Okay.
He's just not a 3-level scorer. That's not who he is. That's why I said we need to go get us a guy like Tyus Jones, a guy that actually plays backup point guard. Because the problem is we were already hurt when we traded for Burks and Bojan. And I'm happy with Bojan. I think Bojan is great, at least on offense. But the problem is we needed somebody that could take the load off of Brunson. And that means we needed somebody that could at least handle Brunson's responsibilities for a little bit. But that's not who Burks is, bro. So because of that, Burks looks even more cooked than what he probably is because, he's pretty old. Burks' threes are going to go down. He's been a sniper his whole career. Those shots at the rim are not going to go down. Okay. They never did. That's just not going to happen.
Okay.
So I think that's where this whole issue is stemming from. People thought they were going to get an isolation creator that could take it to the hoop and finish at the rim consistently and also get you some buckets in the mid-range and shoot the 3. That's not who Burks is, bro. Burks can cross you up in the mid-range and hit a nice pull-up fadeaway. But that's about all the isolation you're going to get from him. But that's about it, guys. Love the show.
Okay.
Thumbs up for KnicksFanTV. Subscribe. Y'all already know the vibes. I'm out.
Appreciate the call. Dan from New Jersey on the check-in. All right, let's go to OS Jedi. OS Jedi on the check-in. Hold on. Let me get OS Jedi. OS Jedi, you're up next.
All right, sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm on. Hey, guys,
Yep.
hope everyone's having a good night.
Yep.
Sorry I sounded like a robocall last night. But as far as Burks goes, I know you guys are having a way intense conversation about a blowout loss against the Pelicans. You know what I mean? As far as Burks goes, when you transfer from one job to another, do you forget how to do the job?
What?
Because that's what's happening here. When, you go to a new basketball city, do you forget how to play basketball? And, Alec Burks has had multiple chances to show what he has, and he just hasn't.
So he's been here 7 games, and he's in a shooting slump. Basketball players don't go through slumps?
Yeah, but our fan base right now has only seen him in a shooting slump. So how could you expect us to see more from him? Like you're saying he's in a slump. But at the same time, he's only been here 7 games. Those 7 games, he hasn't showed us anything.
Okay.
So, like, the point is, he's not to be the savior of the Knicks. I don't expect him to be the savior of the Knicks. We were missing about 5 to 6 players, if I remember correctly.
Right.
We're not going to win this game.
Okay.
And that's fine. As I said last night, the point is we have to hang in there at least till we get OG and hopefully Julius Randle back. It's not about it's winning the games we need to win and looking forward, because we're going to lose a lot over the next couple of weeks unless our guys come back. And that's all I really got. I hope everyone has a blessed night.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. All right. So that was OS Jedi on the check-in. Salute to, let's go to Tugboat Taylor. $5 Super Chat says, now speaking pure facts is panicking. Stop gaslighting us on Alec. Just admit you were wrong, bro. Did I sign the paperwork to bring Alec Burks here from Detroit? Did I sign the paperwork to bring Alec Burks here from Detroit? Is my name now Leon Rose? Admit you were wrong, bro. Did I sign the paperwork? Am I the coach or the president?
Well, would you like me to go through the layers of how this happened, CP?
Listen, they like to put me out there on the front lines as a representation of management, but let's put things in perspective here. They went out and got the guy because they didn't trust what was here. That's not me. Those are the guys in charge, the same people that you guys like for the most part. So now he's in a 7-game slump, and it's all my fault. Come on, man.
I mean,
you guys got to get with the program.
Hold on, CP. We know people in the Knicks organization listen and watch this show. They may be they respect your basketball opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You've been preaching Alec Burks since last season. Since this guy got off the team.
And guess what? Guess what you paid for Alec Burks? Let's put this thing in perspective here. Because Richard Allen says, oh, you co-signed the trade. You damn right I co-signed the trade. You damn right I co-signed the trade. For a second-round picks and a slumping Grimes who is not going to be here down the road to go get 2 veterans that can help you right now, it's an easy trade.
Wow.
It's an easy trade. These guys are stepping stone pieces. These guys are stepping stone pieces. Yeah, I'm Grimes Hive. But the reality was he wasn't going to be here long term. You paid nothing to go get these guys.
Okay. That doesn't mean he's still not doing his job.
Did I say he was doing his job? Did I say? But we're arguing 2 different things here now, because you're saying, well, he's not doing his job. I agree with you on that. We're not disagreeing on that.
Well, I'm not panicking about Burks. I'm not.
What do you mean? You and all these guys bring him up every single minute
because he's not doing his job.
And so then you're panicking.
Hold on. Simple and plain. He is going against bench players and he's not producing. You want to talk about losing opportunities. You want to talk about losing possessions. When you don't make your shots, when you're not playing effective basketball, you're killing the team. You're killing momentum.
He killed the team tonight.
Not by himself.
Was he out there when the team gave up the 10-0 run to the Pelicans?
He was out there.
When he was out there, what was happening in the second quarter? They were in the game.
I don't care. He went 1 from 7 from
the
field
doesn't
tonight.
matter. So what, we just counting shooting stats?
It doesn't matter.
We just counting shooting stats now?
My man.
Was the team flowing when he was out there in the second quarter or not?
Hold on. You know what they're doing to him out there? They're saying, oh, look, Burks is out here. This guy's just shooting some. Do we have to honor him? Nope. Let this guy meander his way in down the lane like a cartoon and put him a brick.
Yeah. Okay. Unbelievable, man.
Look, man, I know you are loyal to this man.
No. It's not about loyalty.
Is he family?
It's not about loyalty.
Pay you? Do you have a jersey?
It has nothing to do with loyalty. What I said is pretty simple. Anybody can understand it. I said, is he slumping? Yes. I've repeated this maybe about 3 times over this week because this is what you guys want to focus on. And I said it's been 7 games. That's it.
And it's going to be a team effort if this team doesn't want to slide. So everyone has got to contribute. Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
He is not contributing. Point blank period. He's going against bench players and not contributing.
Well, then guess what? He's going to have to step up.
That's all we're asking for.
It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. He's going to have to step up.
That's all we're asking for.
I'm not going to hang on the eighth man in the rotation when my team's not all at full strength. Because
but they're not going to be at full strength. And if you want to see a competitive basketball team, everyone's got to do their part. Everyone's got to play a little bit above their level.
In this league, man, if things change in this league very fast, very fast. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, man. And for a lot of you guys in the chat, man, you know, a lot of you guys have been loyal to a lot of guys on this team. And Trav, you're one of them. All right, so let's just see. Let's hope that your guys show up and deliver when it's time to do so. Hassib is king on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, CP, do you hear me?
Loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Pretty much what I want to say is, I think the fans are just kind of confused on like the expectations we have for both Bojan and Burks. We didn't really bring these guys to be like the saviors. Like people are thinking we're going to have Burks and Bojan overcome the loss. 4 starting caliber players. I just don't understand that. Yes, Burks is
because
Burks
a lot of these fans they need a fall guy, man. It was the same thing where it was Tibbs is the fall guy every night, and this guy's the fall guy every night. This is what we lean on when we hit adversity. Who do we blame? So now when OG and Julius and Mitch and Hart and Jalen Brunson are all out, it's Burks' fault. It's Burks' fault why they lost this game. But to the Pelicans, 115 to 92. Good.
Right,
Good.
and not to say that bad because he has been bad, but the expectation of Burks is when this team is fully healthy, he's going to be playing probably 10 minutes coming off the bench, and we'll make that evaluation. But I'm not going to evaluate when his role is over-exaggerated currently on this team, and we don't have the right playmakers for him. He's out there rushing shots, and that should be on him. He should realize rush shots. Yeah. But at the same time, I want to judge his trade off 7 games when the team is half injured. We got to judge it in the playoffs when it actually matters. And then we'll see if it was a good trade or not. And then another thing I want to quickly point out is our fans like to switch up the most down, half the roster. Because I keep saying, we're scared playing all this. The season's not even over.
Switching up.
Healthy at 80% Julius Randle. You're trying to tell me, besides the Celtics, we can't beat Cavaliers, can't beat the Pacers, the Magic. Come on, stop with this, man. Y'all acting scared for no reason.
Okay. All right. I'm going to drop you off a little because your call's coming in and out. And I had to drop him off. He was agreeing with me. I would have kept him on, but the call quality was a little shaky, so I had to drop him off. Still a 5 call. Still a 5 call from Hassib is king. What do you guys think in the chat? Rate that call in the chat, man. One being trash.
5-star call is Dan from New Jersey, by the way.
5 being trash. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Ryan Admiral, Chuck D. Is this Chuck on the Discord?
Yeah, brought to you. What is this show brought to you by Old Spice?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the good? Spicy spice, thing going on. Yo, listen, man. I'm just saying, hey, man, what do you expect, man? This is Knicks Nation, man. It's been like this 60 years, man. Look, we need to go back to being the team that everybody don't want to face. The underdogs that come out of nowhere, but nobody want to see us round 1. It all boils down to that, in my opinion. We got more electricity with Knicks Nation than the Denver Nuggets had in their championship parade. But we got to be real. Listen, man. Our 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th players have been the team, not including Hart. You got Burks, Boggs, Precious, Deuce, and Sims. Those are our 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th players.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about spelling Brunson, 12 to 15 minutes. That ain't going to happen. 6 minutes. We need somebody to come in 6 minutes because Tibbs is going to play JB 40 minutes, man.
He's right.
Let's be real.
He's right.
He might play 6 players, man.
He's right.
We might not even see any of these people come playoffs. And let me tell you, man,
right.
I want Tibbs to be that guy that looks and said, I could flip and make the lineups work and all that. He ain't that guy. So I'm just like saying, when the players come back, even if we 44-38, mind me and trust me and hear me, that means we return to be that team that nobody want to face, because we always play every game with playoff intensity. And a lot of these teams going into the playoffs, they're not going to have the ability to just turn it up on a switch. That's one advantage that we have. Our disadvantages are that rotating lineup of 6 players, man, is going to immediately kick us into like, how do we use the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th? I looked at Boggs and Burks as being interchangeable. You know, like if Boggs ain't got it, Burks a bit, they missing bunnies or whatever. These games are like insignificant, man. Yeah, we got to win them. But if we get in there at 44-38 and we are 8th seed or 7th seed or whatever, trust me, the other team is still going to be nervous about us. This year it's about getting in the second round no matter what, even if we play game 1 on the road, because it's home court game advantage and all that. I mean, right now, as far as this century and this year is concerned, with the NBA being a new NFL, listen, man, it's all about taking game 1 to wherever you at. And I think the Knicks are equipped with our culture and mentality for that. And so that's pretty much how Miami does it. Miami comes in usually as an 8th seed or 7th seed or whatever seed they're going to be, and they're the team that nobody wants to face game 1, round 1. I think that's our identity, instead of everybody thinking we a championship team off the get. I'm out. And also, great interview with Monica.
Appreciate it.
That was fantastic. And also, although it doesn't mean anything to me, all those guys at Detroit, instead of always pushing Ivy next to Cade Cunningham, Grimes and Cade is their backcourt, but they're going to mess that up, and I ain't concerned about that. I'm out. Salute, Knicks Nation. Yo, I think I got Cody Glock. Yeah, salute.
All right, no doubt. Salute to the Ride Batable Chuck D in the building. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, man, hit that thumbs up button for your boy CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. Knicks get smoked by the Pelicans, man, 115-92. Let us know your thoughts, man. Are you hitting the panic button? Are you out on Burks Hive? Is it all Burks' fault? Let us know, man. Tell us why you mad tonight. 35-24 in the campaign. Same record as the Pelicans, by the way. Tonight, no Jalen, no Hart. Tough. I did like Josh Hart's game tonight, man. I mean, if we want to talk positives, another solid one for him. 15 and 10, 5 dimes, and he's been needed. As I talked to Monica in the interview tonight, today rather, he's been needed in every facet of the game, not just to score, not just to rebound, but also to play make. He's almost like their de facto point guard right now if Jalen is out.
Yeah, I mean, with Hart out there, man, he's doing everything they're asking of him, especially in tonight's game and back-to-back. Look, I said it on one of the more recent post-game shows. I forget which one, but ever since Julius went down, he's really stepped up his game, man. Not only being that guy who's just rebounding the living daylights out of the ball, but you look at him now doing the stuff that, where you have the Knicks talking about wanting Bruce Brown. He's now operating out of the pick and roll, being a playmaker, getting downhill, kicking out. He's doing things at a higher level, being a main piece in what that Knicks offense needs right now. And he's doing a commendable job, man. Obviously, the scoring is not what he's really brought in here to do, but you got to commend his effort for trying to get on the board in that aspect. And, well, Josh Hart has been given everything, man. You told, I was discussing with, I think it was Jake, talking with Jake about how Josh Hart likes to complain about everything, right? You had that article about that Bondi wrote about him. And you see how he really, even though he's complaining, he does it at the highest level, right? He doesn't like playing 40 minutes, but he does it anyway, and he plays at the highest level. He's taking on the toughest challenge. Tonight, like Brandon Ingram, right?
Yeah.
And he's trying to play both sides of the basketball court. And you got to appreciate that, man. There's not many guys who do that. And he's really a star in his own role. So you got to appreciate what Josh Hart is doing. And, the only concern, obviously, is his knee injury, but it seems like he's getting that under control because he's still producing at a high level for what his role is on this team.
Yeah.
And so excellent work by him.
And took a tough hit early in this game, man. Got smacked.
Bro, can we call fouls in the league anymore? Do we even know what a foul is at this point?
got smacked silly by Zion early in this game, literally like the second or third play of this game, and had to leave the game for a little bit to get patched up. Caught a technical, but a warranted technical. I did appreciate that technical because the referees clearly missed that play. And, they talk about trying to protect players and protect injuries or swipes to the head. Well, they clearly missed that one with Josh Hart, man. So thankfully he was all right because we didn't really see the angle in live action. But when Breen was like, Josh Hart is down, and he's down for a minute, I said, oh, man. I was like, yo, bro, this game just started. We can't have this, man. We can't have this, bro.
I only wonder if that actually did happen, if Tom Thibodeau himself would run out to the court, be like, no!
Yeah.
Because that's his guy. That is truly his guy.
Yeah. I was definitely concerned there, but shout out to Hart for recovering and doing what he could to help this team win the game, man. But it was all for naught. Let's get back to the phones, man. 718. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hey, this is Al from Harlem. Can you hear me?
Al from Harlem. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? I am panicked, man. I'm panicked, and I need someone to walk me off the ledge, man.
Yeah.
Listen, the reality is in January we had hopes of being in the Eastern Conference Final, and now we're 2 games out of the 8th seed and staring at the play-in. Our next game is 3rd game in 4 nights versus Golden State, so that's high probability of being a loss. And then we got Cleveland, who's dying to put hands on us, so that's probably a loss, and they red hot. And then we got people talking about wait till we get healthy. Dude, we really don't know what we're going to look like when we're healthy. These guys haven't played together. It might take us a little bit to hit our stride. I think people just think we're going to automatically be clicking on all cylinders when everybody comes back, and I don't know that that's true. Like, Randall might not be the same when he comes back. He's not going to be playing bully ball. He's going to have to be shooting a lot more threes probably, and he hasn't been making them that much. So I think, like, there's a lot of pie in the sky with this team, and people need to really, like, take a step back and really think about how good we can actually, like, how much we can actually reach in this little bit of time we have left together. That's all, man. I love the show, man. Thank you. First-time call. I appreciate you taking my call.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Al from Harlem World, stand up. How you feeling, man? That we definitely want. I see a lot of people calling on the phones. We need people on the Discord, man. But I think we're just going to end up just getting rid of the phones. But we really need people on the Discord because the quality on the Discord is way better. Let's go to YO914. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yo, CP Alex, what's up, bro? It's Jeff from Yonkers.
Jeff from Yonkers. How you?
First time, short time. Love the show.
Appreciate it.
What's going on? I was at the game today. Vibes are desperate. It was a rough one. We saw Mike Breen in the parking lot. It was dope. He's a good guy.
Nice.
A couple hot takes, maybe not so hot takes.
Yeah.
Alec Burks is awful. He's awful. He's so hard to watch. He's a chuck. I can't do it, man. What's his name? Deuce is rough, man. What does he do? He's like a short shooting guard. I wish we need a facilitator. I would take Pablo Prigioni right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And Josh Hart's so good, man. I wish he was more north and south. I wish he drove the ball more. He had so much, like, when the offense is setting up, he had an opportunity to just push it, and he wasn't. He was just trying to make plays, and I wish he would just drive in and figure it out from there. But it's a rough game. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. When we're healthy, Julius goes back to bully ball. I can't wait to see these guys in the playoffs. Love you guys. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. All right, man. All right, let's get to some more. Let's go to 929. 929, what's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Yo, what's up, CP?
Yo, how you doing, man? What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Calling from the Bronx.
Okay.
All right, so let's get to it. Burks has been struggling. I'm not worried about Burks.
Yeah.
Once we get everybody healthy, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
And man, like, he's a role player. Like what did you expect? Like, he's a role player. Like, he's gonna get his games. But Bogdanovich has been playing good. So I'm not worried about Burks. Once we get everybody healthy, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine. He's still trying to find his role, and I'm still like believing in Burks. That's all I have to say. And yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. Appreciate the call. 646. What's your name? Where you calling in from? All right, this guy. Yo, hello. Everything good?
Yo.
Yeah. Heard some sirens in the background, man. Are you good? Are you good?
Oh, my fault. It's Harlem, man. My fault.
Harlem World is hot tonight. So, yeah, close the windows. Stay away from the windows,
here,
man. Stay low.
We here, CP.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know that, man. Yo, shout out to Alex too, man.
Sure.
Yo, I just wanted to get him real quick on Burks real quick.
All right.
First of all, I can't give up on him.
Okay.
You know, we got the same last name, man.
Oh,
you know
man, are you family?
Yeah. We distant cousins, I think, man.
Okay.
You know, I've been watching him since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when he got drafted with Utah and all that.
Okay.
Always
let him know the history, man. Let him know the history. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. So I got to rap for my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I feel like a few seasons ago when he was here, you know, it pretty much was the same thing. It was the same exact thing with him. He's hot and cold. What I'm focused on really and what I care about, I want to make sure JB is safe. You know, right now with I think he had a neck pains or whatever, and he was out tonight. You know, we got to keep him, like you said, like you're going to be carrying ISIS bigger than you, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't keep him. We got to keep him safe for now. You know what I'm saying? And I think for the most part, people say that we're going to struggle. We could struggle like when the players come back, but I think we could at least hold our head on defense. I think when OG at least comes back, at least if the offense is probably going to take a little bit while, but the defense, I think because, you know, we got Tibbs, that's our identity. So as long as we keep our defense good, I think everything else is going to fall into place.
Okay.
So I'm not going to hold you guys. Love the show, man.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
My guy Burks from Harlem World. You be safe. Make sure you be safe. My guy Burks from Harlem World on the check-in.
Hold on.
Burks Hive, we alive. You see that? I don't even got call screeners tonight. JJ from Brooklyn said CP got all his friends calling in. No. I just made my case.
Hold on.
I stated my opinion, and those who agreed followed up.
And I gave my opinion. I got the support in the chat. So we know how it goes. But hey, hold on. Are we really going to take this man says he's potentially a cousin of Alec Burks? This is like asking your parent. This is like asking a parent, hey, do you think your child's a good person? What do you think they're gonna say? Oh yeah, because I'm gonna take this with a lot of weight.
My man broke down the history. He told you where he went to college, broke down his early league struggles. We down bad, man. Where's Julius and OG at, man? What's going on?
I just can't get behind saying he's a role player. We're watching other role players do well, okay, without the stars. I can't go with that.
But my man's comment was spot on. You know who this guy was. He was who he was before he got here. Right? What happened in the playoffs a couple years ago when they played the Hawks? Who was the hero of game one of that game, even though they lost? It was Burks.
Yeah.
It was Burks, right? And what happened the rest of the series? You didn't hear from him again.
Show up.
Correct. That's what we're dealing with here. We knew this coming in. I knew this coming in. But yet and still, to me, still a better option than what was here after the Quickly trade. So I got to wait and see what happens.
Debatable. Those games, hey, at least Grimes was shooting 40% from downtown when he was here after that trade. At least he was giving you something. At least he was giving you some defense. Burks is not giving you defense. He's not even giving you offense. Man's out there doing cardio right now, okay? He's better at home, better going home, buying a treadmill, and just running at this point.
Salute to everybody in the chat right now. Okay, who else we got? We got to do our key stats of the night in a little bit. We're getting some calls. I see Cody Glock on the check, and we'll close with him. The Cody Glock hour. For right now, let's go to 315. 315, what's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
My man, you got to turn down the sound in the background.
My bad.
Come on, OG. Come on. We got to start with the rules. We need a screener back.
I'm a first-time caller, long-time listener.
All good.
What's up, Alex? Alex,
What
you
up?
gotta breathe. You gotta breathe, Alex.
Yeah. Tell them, OG. Tell them they got to relax, man. Relax, man.
Gotta breathe, man. Turns come around. Everybody, and I mean everybody, get their chance in the sunlight. So, and everybody get their chance under the moonlight.
That's our boss.
We're gonna be all right.
Boss.
We're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Trust me. If we can keep the refs in line and calling calls that they should, and keep them desert people out of our business, we're gonna be all right.
Facts.
Because everybody get a chance in the sunlight.
Oh, where you calling in from, man?
Coney Island.
Oh, I figured that, man. He's a local, man. Dropping facts. Lifelong New Yorker.
Yeah, I'm by way of Jersey City. I'm across the river two times.
No doubt.
I'm a New Yorker. Tri-state.
Yeah.
Tri-state.
I try to tell these young whippersnappers, OG, man, you got to relax, man. You'll have his time in the sunlight. Everybody has their time in the moonlight. That's going to go on the shirt. All right, man. I'll let you boy. Got to go. All right, see ya. OG from Coney Island. See what I'm saying, Al?
You gave him the layup to say he's a New Yorker. He's like, nah. Let me tell you about my whole track. I went from Jersey City to New York. Let me tell you all my moves first. Wow. Shout out to OG though.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to the OG, man. Listen, man. There's nothing to talk about with this game, man. You got to provide some entertainment tonight. You have your day in the sunlight. You have your day in the moonlight, bro. Never, if anything from this show, just remember that. Just remember that.
We have now moved for life lessons with CP. This is the new show, Life Lessons with CP. Welcome. This is where we sit down with CP for the next 15 minutes, and he'll give you one-liners on how to improve your life and how to view life differently. CP, you may now begin.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, it's a family show, man. This is what it's about. We're about encouragement here.
Here we go. Here's CP. I got one for you. Here you go. A bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush.
Correct. You know it. I don't got to tell you.
Life lessons with CP.
Life lessons. Life lessons, man. Oh, man, about to cry. All right, let's get to the key stats tonight. Salute to the OG, man. People, remember when you calling in, got to turn down. There's a little delay between when you call in and, you're watching on YouTube. Got to turn that down. No speakerphone. Try not to go with the Bluetooth. The AirPods are a little shaky. Just try to do away with that. And most importantly, go to the Discord if you can. Please go to the Discord. All right. Let's pull up the key stats of the night here. If we really want to dig into this, Knicks and Pelicans key stats of the night. Yeah, I mean for the Pels, 20% from the field. 50% from the field. Pelican shot 37. Conversely, for the Knicks, Pelican shot 50% from downtown. I thought that was a big factor here in this game, in them shooting 50% to just 30% for the Knicks. Pelicans, a very efficient shooting team from three. And Knicks shooting 69% from free throw line. That's not going to get it done when you're severely shorthanded. 16-23 from the free throw line. Knicks lost the rebounding battle, 44-38. Not really surprising there. They did win the assist battle, 27-23. 13 turnovers for the Knicks, 15 for the Pelicans, which led to 19 Knicks fast break points. I thought the Knicks were pretty good there. 19 points off of the turnovers. Knicks did have 11 fast break points to 6 for the Pels. 34 points in the paint for the Pelicans and 26 for the Knicks. That was expected, obviously, with no Jalen, no Hart. It's going to be a lot harder for this team to generate easy buckets in the paint. That was certainly going to be advantage Pelicans. And that was that, man. Largest lead for the Pels, 23. Largest lead for the Knicks was 5.
You want to know my takeaways from all these stats?
If you care to.
This is how I feel about reading all these stats tonight.
Yeah. Throw it in the garbage. Throw it
That's
in
how I feel. That's my takeaway of this game. All right. Here's what I'll tell you. The Knicks were able to stay in this game, shooting poorly. That was impressive.
Yep.
I mean, outside of that, what do you want me to take away from this game, man?
For sure. For sure, man. So, yeah, that was that in terms of the key stats tonight. And once again, the key stats tonight is brought to you guys by Underdog Fantasy. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and use our code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. And speaking of Underdog Fantasy, you have 2 games on Underdog that you can play that we like to play. You have the Pick'ems. You choose 2 to 5 players, up to 2 to 5 players, and win up to potentially 20 times your money with Underdog. And all you're going to do is predict whether or not a player is going to do higher or lower than a given stat projection that Underdog has set out there for the night. The other games that we like to play, we and Alex have been going head-to-head, and the next chick as well, is the daily fantasy draft. A lot of you guys do fantasy football drafts. You guys do fantasy basketball drafts, which are season-long. With Underdog, you could do it by the day. So you just pick between a pool of players who are playing on a given night, and you're going to get 1 point for every point scored, 1 point for every rebound. I believe you get 1.2 points for every assist, and then you get 3 points for every block, 3 points for every steal. You tally it all up, and then whoever comes out with the highest points will get that pot for tonight. And the thing about Underdog is that they have different tiers, different pots in terms of cash prizes that you can enter into. So, I mean, you can enter into as small as $3 play-ins, $5 play-ins, all the way up to, $500 to $1,000 play-ins if that's what you're feeling like. So, me and Alex did a 2-man draft tonight, and here's the squad that I came out with. I had Giannis, Victor Wembanyama, Al, 53 fantasy points tonight, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks.
Wow.
Against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wemby is coming on strong, man. Remember all that talk about Chet winning the Rookie of the Year? Here comes Wemby, and he's coming on strong. Ant-Man.
Getting into rhythm.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards, who left the game early with a little ankle scare, came back and killed. 34 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and a block. I mean, that's what you're talking about in terms of fantasy basketball is trying to get guys that can fill it up across the stat sheet, because that's how you accumulate points. I also had Tyrese Maxey kill it tonight. 51 points against Boston, fantasy points against Boston. 32 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Who else did I have here? Rudy Gobert. He chipped in with 13, 17, 3 assists, and 4 blocks. And then I did have Giannis, who, modest game for Giannis, his standards, 24 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. How'd you like your team tonight?
I still got 5 quarters left. I got Jason Tatum, who got me 56 points tonight.
Yeah.
I got DeJounte Murray, who got me 42. Damian Lillard with 41. SGA and Bam Adebayo are still going at it right now. You got OKC versus Houston. It's just halftime, but Shea's got 26 points. Bam has 10, and the third quarter just started for Miami versus Portland. So looking to make catch up on some ground over there. Lauri Markkanen with a disappointing 13 points tonight. Utah getting waxed by the Atlanta Hawks tonight, 124-97. So no good production from Lauri tonight. So who knows, man? I'm gonna need some solid effort from SGA and Bam Adebayo if I'm gonna try to catch up.
For sure. I mean, Bam had a good one against Sacramento. I had him on my team on whichever night we did this last. Was it last night? Or it may have been the game before that, but either way. He did have a good one from Tatum, though, with 29, 11, and 8, 1 block. So we'll see what happens there. You did win last night's pot. Congratulations there. And on this one, I'm up 274 to 189. So let's see how we fare. So once again, use our code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100 on Underdog Fantasy. Okay. All right, let's get back to the phones. Let's load them up for Cody Glock. Mr. Glock, how are you, man? Go ahead and unmute your mic, man.
I'm here.
How you doing, man?
Yo, man. CP, man.
Yeah.
I never seen you like this, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen you like this, man. Alex got you, man. Just call it in, man.
Well,
The Burks Hive has just reached a new record low tonight for sure.
No, sir.
The Burks Hive is averaging record low numbers right now, man. They need to talk to OG that just called in, get some jewels or something, man. They need to holler at my...
What the OG say? What the OG say? He said, y'all got to relax, man. The OG was with me, though, bro. You got to listen. You got to listen. The OG was trying to give you the game.
Wow, real quick, figure things out. What's going on there, man? He's scrambling over there, the Burks Hive, man.
Nah, it's never scrambling, bro. Never scrambling.
They need to hit up Haiku Homie for some sustenance. Give him some nice poem real quick for encouragement, man. Alex is taking the high road on you, man. It's tough out here for the Burks Hive. But enough of that, man.
Yeah, good.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
Let's go.
I really think the way you fix Burke is just run him a little more point, because he needs to touch the ball. Pause. Get a feel for the ball. Pause. Get activity. Because he gets more confidence like that when he touching the ball. Pause. You feel me? And he's running things. He's running the show. He could, because when he was with the Knicks prior, man, that's what he was kind of doing. And then he was getting his reps in, So if they run him like that, I think that will fix it a little till everybody gets back healthy, figure something out like that. But other than that,
I don't know.
What else I was gonna say something else. Yo, shout out the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Yo, the rhythm, the rebel, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo, the thing about tonight that really shocked me is how Josh Hart is really stepping up. Like he's really becoming somebody that you could really respect in this league, man. To go at Zion and the way Precious was going at Zion tonight, bro. When Zion came and he played the Knicks the first time this season and he babied Julius Randle like that, and I was so disappointed in Julius Randle. He wasn't doing that to Precious. I'm so proud of Precious for that, man, and Josh Hart for holding it down for the Knicks. But that mistake, I think, was tonight, man. I like Deuce, man, and it's showing that it was a good signing for Deuce because Burks, oh my God. But I think Burke should have started point tonight, man, because he needs to get his confidence just running the show, touching the ball a little bit. Pause. Shout out Nikki Pipes, man. Shout out CP Free Throws, man. Shout out Alex, man. Shout out Discord Jesus, man. You feel me?
Okay.
Shout out Caleb K. Wow. Shout out hashtag PE in the chat, man. You feel me? Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. I'm out, man.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. He totally invalidated his Burks take by saying that he should play to more point. This is why I can't take y'all seriously, man. Come on, man. Yeah, coming out with I came out with pea shooters all night. Come on, man. 7 games, focus up, get healthy, man.
I'm trying to help you out.
You don't try to help. I don't need help. That's what you don't want to hear. I don't need help. I never need help. I stand on my own. I stand on my own opinions, and that's just is what it is. But he came out and said he needs to run him at more point, which I couldn't disagree with more.
Don't do that.
Right?
Well, look. We don't need more point Burks.
Yeah.
But he's not doing his job. Trade? Look.
Sure.
And there's a conflation between it being a good trade at the time, still being a good trade now, because you got Bogdanovich in there who's still playing some good basketball. You didn't have to give up much. You still have your first-round picks.
Okay.
You get off of contracts.
Okay.
The trade's still fine.
Okay.
But
so then there it is. So then what are we arguing about then?
Oh, I'm calling a spade a spade. The dude's not doing his job.
Okay. And you said the trade can still be fine. So then, and you said the trade can still end up being fine, right?
Yeah.
So then at the end of the day, what are we talking about here? Patience.
He needs to
Thank
produce,
you very
man.
much for your time, sir.
Here's the issue.
Let me hit the outro music.
Hold on one second. Stop. issue is this. We are down players. We need everybody to step up to keep us afloat.
Yes.
He is not doing that.
And the bottom line is, him alone is not going to make a difference.
Not acceptable.
It's not going to make a difference. That's just the bottom line. But you just admitted that this thing can still work out for the best. And that's all I said.
Hopefully.
So thank you for coming to my side of things. We're going to hit the outro music, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. At the end of the day.
Nope.
Fanchise won.
I said it's still a good trade.
Fans 0. 7 games in. And your conclusion is this can still turn out to work out for the team.
No, that's not my conclusion. My conclusion is he's still stinking up on the court.
Anthony Parasol laughing. You see this? You see this? We just spent the whole show sparring for us to come to the conclusion that this can still work out for us. And I'm delusional.
You are.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that concludes tonight.
Yeah, hold on. CP definitely took the L. CP lost this one.
Well,
CP lost this one. Everyone with the crime. Tomato, CP down bad. CP taking this ball and going home.
I'm never afraid to be in the minority.
Alex CP is cooked.
Listen.
Let's go. The chat's in my favor.
I'm never
Alex
afraid.
Been right all night. There we go.
Never afraid.
The people have spoken.
I'm never afraid to be a party of one man.
Spoken.
I'm never afraid to be a one-man band.
The people have spoken.
Never afraid to be a one-man band because, you know what? On so many of these topics, when I have been in the one-man band, guess who's been right? I stand alone, man. That's it. That's fine. That's okay. But anyway, man, good show. Shout out to Rhyme Animal, Chuck D. $10 super chat says, at 45 and 37, we're still going to be a team nobody wants to face. If we duck the Celtics, who ain't put anything in the rafters, they fear that Miami, KFTV fan base, is more energy than Denver's championship parade. I would definitely want to avoid the Miami Heat. I would definitely want to avoid the Miami Heat. And this team just got to get back right, man. This team just has to get back right. So, salute to that. Kenneth Sinclair says, CP dying to be right. No, sir. I don't die to be right, man. At the end of the day, I just end up being right. It's just an opinion, man. It's my opinion. It's Alex's opinion. One could be right, one could be wrong. It is what it is. You live to see another day. But if you watch the show many, many times, I don't stress it. Because at the end of the day, the tides turn to my side at the end of the day. From the dud pick. From the dud pick. From the dud pick.
Did you say all the time?
Absolutely.
All the time.
Remember the dud pick? Oh, we got him. You guys were FBI here trying to pull out the tapes. And then what happened? They sent it back to the Pacers anyway. Thank you for participating, ladies and gentlemen. Go back to the Monica McNutt interview. Make sure you guys tap into that. Salute to Monica, man.
He won everything.
That was it. And listen, I would give, 7 snap, $5 super chat says, I would give Toppin minutes over Burks right now. At least he can score multiple levels and gives us length and better defense. Okay, so he would start Jacob Toppin. Okay, so he's with you, Al. How about that, Al? Is that a good solution for you guys? Should we play Jacob Toppin now? You wanna put Burks? I saw Trav in the chat say we should play Dwayne Washington Jr. Would you like that?
All those guys would be better than what Burks is doing right now.
Okay.
It is just straight cardio.
Okay. Sounds like a good reason for you guys not to be coach. Anyway, man, we will see you guys on Thursday. Tap in for Game of the Week preview. Knicks versus Warriors. Hopefully we'll have that tomorrow. We're still trying to schedule that. Stay tuned for that. And then we got Knicks versus Warriors post-game live. Tap in, man. Tap in. Anyway, great show, all the mods. Remember that this show is available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. Catch us on all major podcast platforms. And there it is, man. Out your boy.
Don't forget who wanted Evan Fournier to start over Grimes last season. That was you.
I didn't want him. I never said that. What are you talking about? I'm out of here. Peace.